Across the South Coast, live from Solent University, you're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 1 o'clock. I'm Joshua Stewart with your lunchtime Solent Sports News bulletin. Saints are reportedly close to appointing Jesse Marsch as their new manager, just 48 hours after the sacking of Nathan Jones. Marsch joins the Saints side who's at bottom of the Premier League off the back of a 2-1 defeat to 10-man Wolves at the weekend. The Athletic Southampton correspondent believes the appointment of Nathan Jones was never the right fit for the club.
My name's Jacob Tanswell and I work for the Athletic as the Southampton Football Club correspondent. I think in hindsight, probably a lot more of the staff would say, given his emotional vulnerability, shall we say, in terms of what he says, his man management style, his lack of rapport with fans, it's probably a disastrous appointment, really. And, you spend $3 million in extracting him from his contract to Luton, giving him significant increase on his wages, and then you sack him 3 months later. So ultimately, there will be regrets.
Jurgen Klopp and his Liverpool players will be feeling a sense of relief today after an important victory last night over their Merseyside rivals Everton. Goals from Mohamed Salah and Cody Gakpo pushed Liverpool into 9th in the table, as they hope to build on this result for a push into Champions League places. Klopp discussed the importance of his side's win over the Toffees.
Really important tonight. Gave us all a sign, that was us tonight, definitely, and now we have to make sure that we are us from now on.
The Champions League knockout stages begin tonight with two mouth-watering fixtures kicking off at 8 p.m. Tottenham Hotspur, coming off the back of a 4-1 thrashing from Leicester City, travel to Milan to take on a struggling AC side. Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi, who are both returning from injuries, may feature tonight as Paris Saint-Germain take on Bayern Munich at the Parc des Princes. UEFA have been blamed for the chaos prior to last season's Champions League final between Liverpool and Real Madrid, says an independent report. Fans were tear-gassed outside Paris' Stade de France, which led to kick-off being delayed by 36 minutes. Liverpool fans spoke of the chaos to last season's Champions League final in Paris.
It was an absolute mess, no organisation, total people worried, without the skin. And when the announcement come over on the screen, we were quite lucky we got in before it got really bad. We had phone calls from home, because it's seen on the telly, just blaming us from the start. And the first thing you think of is what's happened in the past.
Qatar is sending 10,000 mobile homes to earthquake-hit areas in Turkey and Syria. The homes were used in last year's World Cup and are being sent to help the millions of people left homeless in the two countries. A Qatari official said that the plans of the 2022 World Cup always intended for such temporary accommodations to be donated. And now I pass you over to Luke John Buckle, who is now our F1 correspondent.
Ferrari have launched their new Formula 1 car ahead of the 2023 season. The SF23 was revealed earlier today at the team's HQ in Italy and sported Ferrari's traditional red livery. Ferrari's new car has been designed to combat the unreliability that plagued Charles Leclerc's championship challenge last season. McLaren's new driver Oscar Piastri says 9-time Grand Prix winner Mark Webber has told him not to underestimate Formula 1. The Australian will partner Lando Norris as F1 embarks on its 23-race season. Lando Norris has claimed that Formula 1 drivers should be allowed to say what they want. The comments came after the governing body of F1 proposed a ban on personal, religious and political statements. The McLaren driver joined drivers such as Lewis Hamilton in speaking out against the ban.
Thank you, Luke. Now cricket now. The English women's cricket team are in pole position to qualify for the next round of the T20 World Cup after edging past Ireland. England beat the Irish by 4 wickets to a top Group 2 and made it 2 wins from their 2 games so far. Heather Knight's side next face India in Port Elizabeth. She highlights that her side have to be on their A game to beat the women in blue.
They're a brilliant team. They've got some world-class players, and obviously we're playing in a slightly different venue, so we've got a little bit of a gap to get used to our surroundings. But yeah, we've played a lot of cricket against them. They're a very good side, have some really high-quality spinners. So yeah, we'll have to have a couple of days off, I think, and then reassess and get ready.
Rugby league side Castleford Tigers has issued a substantial fine to Joe Westerman after an investigation into an inappropriate video. The back rower was allegedly filmed involved in a sexual act. He has released a public apology and will have to educate young people on the dangers of alcohol. The Dallas Mavericks celebrated Valentine's Day in historic style as they gave 2 fans the day to remember. The NBA side hosted the wedding of Reed Malone and Ellen Piat at half-time in their match against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Reed and Ellen had previously gone viral for getting engaged on the kiss cam at another Mavericks game. That's all from us for now. I'll be back in an hour. Remember, you can keep up to date with everything in Solent at solentjournalism.co.uk. Thank you very much for listening.